Shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
First at 4:30, breaking news out of Durham. A young person has been killed in a shooting. The WRAL breaking news tracker was on the scene as investigators looked through that evidence.
And we're still on track for a cold front to move through over the weekend. It brings us a little bit of rain starting tomorrow. I'll walk you through Futurecast coming up.
Plus, why Wake County public health officials are encouraging everyone to get this year's flu vaccine. We have details on what you can do today in an effort to prepare for an earlier season.
And as you wake up this morning, just go on and continue with that routine. No one won the Powerball jackpot, so you'll be back to work again. We have a look at the winning numbers and how much money is up for grabs. It was a lot before, and now it's more. Welcome to your Thursday morning. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Renee Chu. It just keeps growing. Someone just win that thing,
I know,
right?
Yeah.
I think we all deserve a prize for getting up at 4:30 in the morning and being able to, be here with you. Amy Wilmoth with us as well, up at 4:30 to give you the weather.
Slept through my alarm this morning, but we're all good. We're okay. All right, this is a live look at Chapel Hill from Top of the Hill Restaurant. Pretty quiet morning, and really the weather's going to stay quiet today. What you'll notice is an increase in the clouds today. 50s and 60s outside right now, very similar to where we've been the last several mornings. 61 in Raleigh and Durham, 59 degrees in Goldsboro. It's 57 right now in Southern Pines. Futurecast for today, we do have more clouds that will stream in, more moisture moving in advance of the cold front that rolls through over the weekend. I think we'll stay dry. We might see a sprinkle or two late this evening or tonight, but for the most part, we'll stay dry today with just an increase in the cloud cover. And it's still warm today. We'll be nice and mild through the morning, so getting out to the bus stop this morning, it's mild, feels pretty good outside. We'll jump into the low 70s by 11 o'clock this morning, but it is warm again with a high temperature of 81 this afternoon under partly to mostly cloudy skies. Friday, just about here, we'll have a couple of spotty showers. I'll talk about the timeline for this coming up in just a moment. And then the cooler temperatures will arrive over the weekend with highs in the low 70s by Saturday.
Amy, thanks. Breaking news, a vehicle overturned in Durham, sending several people to the hospital. It happened on Page Road near Comstock Road. Brett Neese is in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. Brett, set the scene for us. What's happening right now?
Yeah, Renee, you can see this one police car that's right here behind me. They have Page Road completely blocked off with crime scene tape as well, right in front of Duke Primary Care on Arrington Park Drive. I'm going to get you right to this video, though, from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker to show you what this scene looked like just moments ago. It happened just after 3:30. This car overturned here on Page Road, right there near Comstock Road. It's right near that intersection. You can see it's off the side of the road, completely upside down. We're working to learn how many people were inside this car at the time. I can tell you that multiple people were taken to the hospital. I watched as multiple ambulances left this scene. There were it was a very active scene less than an hour or so ago, but now it's just down to police officers as they work to figure out exactly how this happened and what led up to this crash. That's questions we're also asking, and as soon as we get more details, we'll pass that along. Live in Durham, Brett Neese, WRAL News.
We also have breaking news this morning. Durham police working to determine who shot and killed a young boy and injured a woman on Ridgeway Avenue. Officers say this happened last night, and shortly after 10:30 is the time frame. WRAL Breaking News Tracker was on the scene. Durham police say when they arrived on the scene, they found the male who had been shot. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. Initially, officers thought the woman also had a gunshot wound, but they later determined her injury was not from being shot. No word yet on what led to that shooting.
And happening right now in the WRAL Live Center, an arrest has been made in a homicide that happened on Monday in Raleigh on New Hope Road. Police say David Addy has been charged with murder. This is a video from the scene on Monday. Police responded to a shooting there on North New Hope Road. That's where they found a 17-year-old male suffering a gunshot wound. That male was transported to the hospital with serious injuries. Now, police say this is an ongoing investigation, but they have made that arrest. David Addy has been charged with murder.
The 16-year-old suspect accused of shooting and killing 5 people in Raleigh's Hedingham community will now be tried as an adult. The new developments come as we near the 1-year mark of that tragedy. Yesterday, a judge announced the ruling for Austin Thompson. He was 15 at the time of the attack. Prosecutors say he also shot and killed his brother, James Thompson. but they remain tight-lipped about full details surrounding the case. Thompson's father, Alan, was also in court yesterday. He is charged for not properly storing a firearm. Our coverage of the Raleigh shooting continues online. Right now on WRAL.com, we have stories about the victims, who they were, and who they leave behind. We also have the latest on Lynn Gardner's road to recovery. She was shot that night, but survived.
Today, the Johnson County Board of Education will hold a special session to discuss low-performing schools in the district. Principals from 6 schools will present action plans. The plans will address steps to improve student proficiency, growth, and overall school performance. The board will ask questions and then either approve, change, or reject the plans. If approved, the district will send these plans to the State Board of Education. You can live stream the special session on Johnson County Public Schools' YouTube page at 3 p.m.
Wake County Public Health says now's the time to get this year's flu vaccine, offering a walk-in clinic today in Raleigh. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live to explain why medical experts say this flu season is happening sooner and may be worse than last year's.
Hey, Jeff, good morning. Well, you can get your flu shot today at Wake County's first walk-in flu shot clinic of the season here on Sunnybrook Road. Now, medical experts are recommending that folks receive the updated COVID shot and the flu vaccine. New numbers released yesterday show flu hospitalizations across the state are down. 9 people were hospitalized as of September 30th compared to 14 the week before. The number of people admitted to the hospital for COVID also went down by 2%. And it is safe for you to get your COVID and flu vaccine at the same time. You can come here to the health clinic between 1 and 5 p.m. today to get that flu shot. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
There are fewer cases of COVID in North Carolina this week than there were last week. New data shows virus particles detected in wastewater are down. That's the 3rd week in a row for that. The number of people admitted to the hospital is also down. Flu hospitalizations were also low, just 9 people hospitalized as of September 30th. It's down from 14 the week before.
Tens of thousands of healthcare workers are returning to the picket lines today. A settlement between Kaiser and union workers did not come yesterday, but Kaiser says progress is being made. The 75,000 employees demand solutions for staffing concerns, better benefits, and more pay. Kaiser Permanente serves 13 million people across the country. A lot of people could see reduced access to health care and a longer wait when booking appointments. The strike ends Saturday, but the coalition says a longer walkout could be held in November if there is still no deal.
All new this morning, a local fire department is dealing with a tough loss. Seven Springs Volunteer Fire says one of its own passed away. Troy Thompson, they say he experienced a medical emergency while responding to a vehicle accident. He was taken to UNC Health Wayne, where he died. Seven Springs Volunteer Fire Department says Thompson was a highly respected firefighter and loved serving his community.
Today, Senator Dianne Feinstein will be laid to rest after a public funeral service at San Francisco City Hall. Mourners paid their respects to Feinstein yesterday as her body lay in state. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was among the mourners. Feinstein was mayor of San Francisco before serving in the Senate for more than 30 years. She died last week at the age of 90.
Today, Durham City Council will take a close look at 3 options for giving bonuses to all city employees. A previous strike by sanitation employees last month brought a new level of attention to the topic. That came after pushes from Durham police and fire departments for higher pay. According to a survey shared by the Durham Fraternal Order of Police, dozens of officers considered leaving the city. Now, in the new proposals, the smallest bonus would be $500, the largest $5,000. Lower paid employees would get the higher bonuses. Once City Council chooses an option, they'll vote on adopting it at their October 16th meeting. Employees would get their bonus in the November 3rd paycheck.
Here we go again. We're all waking up another morning and still no Powerball winner. For more than 10 weeks now, no one cashed in on all the numbers last night, so the jackpot is now $1.4 billion. It is the 3rd largest in Powerball history. Here's a look at the numbers that were drawn last night: 9, 35, 54, 63, 64, and the Powerball is 1. The next drawing is Saturday night. You can watch it live right here on WRAL. And if you win, you could take home nearly $644 million.
Coming up on 440 right now, the writer's strike is over. Talk shows are returning. Coming up The show set to return soon without 3 of its head writers, and what may have caused them to quit.
Plus, with a new trophy to add to their collection, the North Carolina Courage have a lot to celebrate. How the team is being honored today for a successful season.
Take a live look at Clayton for you this morning. Good morning to you. It'll feel nice again outside today, certainly, and Amy Wilmoth will tell us when our next chance for rain rolls in.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in for Elizabeth this morning. I have the tower lit up in blue. We have clear skies across part of the area. We will see a gradual increase in the cloud cover throughout the day today. Temperatures right now are in the 50s and 60s. Feels pretty good in Durham, 61 degrees, partly cloudy there. Clear skies in Sanford, 57, 64 with some clouds around in Clinton, and at 63 in Goldsboro. Hour by hour today looking pretty similar to the last several days. We'll be in the 50s and 60s this morning, mid 70s at lunchtime, and then it's going to be warm this afternoon. Our high temperature gets up to 81. Tomorrow, not quite as warm. We'll have more clouds. We'll have a couple of hit and miss showers around. Our temperature gets up to 78. And then Saturday, just a slim chance for rain and cooler with a high temperature of 73.
This morning, a person is dead. 3 police officers are recovering after being shot while responding to a call. We have learned it stemmed from an argument over a video game. This was a widespread scene in Philadelphia last night. Investigators say a child was playing a game when he and his uncle and father got into an argument. They say it led to the father shooting the uncle. When police arrived on the scene, they say the father began firing his gun, and once officers shot back, they killed the man. All 3 police who were shot are expected to survive.
Family, friends, and students of Janine Smith are mourning her this morning. She was a mother, teacher, and cheer coach, and she was killed in a crash after police say another driver ran a red light. It happened at the intersection of Cliffdale and Rim Road in Fayetteville. 2 of Smith's children were in the car with her at the time. They are okay. Smith's former students and cheerleaders remember her as a great person.
Her spirit. She never went a day without smiling. You never saw her without a smile on her face.
Nathan Kellen, the driver of the Jeep that hit Smith, was taken to the hospital. At last check, he was in serious condition. No charges have been filed.
A new RSV vaccine for newborns could save lives, but doctors are worried about how to get it to babies who need it. Members of the American Academy of Pediatrics met with CDC Director Dr. Mandy Cohen yesterday to share their concerns. They say many medical practices don't know how to pay for the shot and may not be able to get it this year. It costs almost $500 a dose. Because of its quick rollout, health insurers may not cover it right away. That's leaving doctors hesitant to order it without knowing whether they'll recoup the costs.
The Drew Barrymore show is in a bit of a struggle. The 3 head writers say they are not coming back, even though the writer's strike is over. The talk show is set to resume next week, October 16th. It's not clear why her writers are not coming back, but Barrymore was criticized recently after she announced last month that she would restart her show, even though the strike had not been resolved. In response, she was dropped as the host of the National Book Awards. Barrymore later walked back her decision and apologized.
Some North Carolina schools are showing progress with a new program that provides teachers with coaches. That's according to the university researchers who presented their findings to the State Board of Education. The program provided coaches to more than 100 low-performing schools to reverse pandemic learning loss. Reading and science scores jumped this spring at schools that had the coaches. They helped teachers with their curriculum and feedback. And it'll go through the rest of the year, and so far there's no state funding to continue it beyond that.
This morning, a fiber optic internet company is celebrating its launch in Goldsboro. At 10:30, local and state officials will celebrate the expansion of Lumos internet service. The company will provide fiber internet for more than 1,000 homes and businesses in Wayne County and nearly all homes in Goldsboro. 2 members of the Manning family will be in Raleigh today. Eli and his father, Archie Manning, are set to speak at PNC Arena for this year's 2023 Friends of Scouting Luncheon. The event helps raise money for people to participate in scouting and allows for outreach programs to serve kids in underserved communities. You can hear the 2-time Super Bowl champ and 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback speak for $500 a ticket.
North Carolina Courage are being celebrated today by Raleigh's mayor. Marianne Baldwin will visit their practice today at Wake Med Soccer Park to issue a proclamation honoring the team for its record 7th NWSL trophy. The Courage won the Challenge Cup last month. The team is playing its final home game of the regular season Saturday night and is anticipating a near record crowd. Great season they have had, just a dynasty over there in Cary. 4:48 the time right now. Amy Wilmoth in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with a look at North Hills and what's ahead for us today.
Pretty quiet weather in the forecast for today. We'll start to notice some changes tomorrow. We'll have a little bit of rain and temperatures go down a little bit. This is North Hills, pretty quiet out there this morning. We have an increase in clouds expected throughout the day today. We should stay mainly dry though. It's 52 in Roxborough, 61 right now in Raleigh, 61 in Wilson, and 59 in Goldsboro. Down to the south, 59 degrees in Irwin right now. It's 64 degrees in Clinton, 57 in Southern Pines, and it's 57 in Rayford. So off to a nice mild start today. Temperatures will warm up again this afternoon. Outdoor exercise, things should be fine for that. Our high temperature today gets up to 81 degrees. So another warm afternoon above normal for this time of year. We have a cold front. We have a pair of them that are going to kind of merge together, and they're going to move through over the weekend, dropping our temperatures and bringing the potential for some showers through the day on Friday. We don't expect a lot of rain with this. It's just going to be some really spotty stuff. We'll have a lot of clouds around, though, throughout the day Friday. So this is Friday. Tomorrow morning for the morning commute, maybe a couple of sprinkles. Temperatures will be in the 60s. At lunchtime tomorrow, maybe an isolated shower or a stray sprinkle or two. Not a big deal with temperatures in the low to mid 70s. And then during the second half of the afternoon into the evening, we'll have just a stray shower moving through. I don't expect any thunderstorms. I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans that you have. These will be quick, minor little showers impacting us throughout the day Friday. By Friday at 8 p.m., temperatures will be falling into the 60s and low 70s for those Friday night football games. It should be okay, but you might have to deal with just a couple of sprinkles or a stray shower. Saturday morning, we have about a 20% chance for rain with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. And then in the afternoon, it is going to be a cooler day. We'll eventually warm into the 70s. And then we'll see clearing skies the second half of the day Saturday. And Saturday night into Sunday, that's when our temperatures really drop. So for football Friday, maybe a few raindrops, a few sprinkles. Again, I would not really worry about this. Just a stray shower, not a big deal. Temperatures will be in the 70s through about 8 o'clock. Then we'll fall into the upper 60s. We have a lot of home football games for college football on Saturday, and the weather looks good for those. The rain will be gone. We'll have clearing skies. Temperatures will be in the low 70s for all of these games. So pick your spot where you're headed this Saturday, tailgating. It should be pretty nice for the football games over the weekend. And Friday evening, again, a couple of spotty showers for those Friday night football games, but it shouldn't be a big deal. So 81 today, 78 on Friday, 73 Saturday. Look at Sunday, 49 for the low. We're keeping that in the forecast, 66 for the high with sunshine. And then 44 Monday morning. It's going to be a chilly start to the work week. But look at that, temperatures warming back up into the low 80s by Wednesday.
Amy, thanks. With so many distractions in our day-to-day lives, are more children suffering from attention deficit disorders? Parents know how hard it can be to get kids off their screens. Coming up, what the data tells us about ADHD trends since the pandemic.
And certainly, she is a star on the floor. Simone Biles sets another record in her already much decorated career. Still ahead, we will take you to Belgium for a look at the U.S. women's gold medal performance.
Welcome back. It is 4:54 as we say good morning to Lewisburg. Looks a bit cloudy, foggy there, a little haziness there in downtown, but it's going to feel really nice today. Once again, a dry and sunny day. New research suggests there has not been an uptick in ADHD diagnoses among children in recent years. The data was published in the medical journal JAMA Network. Nearly 38,000 children between the ages of 4 and 17 were involved in this study, which found that roughly 10% of kids were diagnosed with ADHD between 2017 and 22. The researchers do note the study had some limitations in the year 2020 at the height of the pandemic.
Simone Biles and her U.S. gymnastics teammates have entries in the record books once again this morning. The U.S. women earned a record 7th consecutive team title last night at the World Championships in Belgium. For Biles, it's 33 major championship medals now. That makes her the most decorated female gymnast ever.
I mean, I've been here for a very long time, so it's crazy that I just keep going year after year, but I'm really proud of the fight the team put together out there.
And this was Biles' first international competition since the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. And it immediately has people thinking ahead to Paris next summer for the Olympics. And it really, I don't think anybody's come out and said it for Simone, but Team USA is looking real good with Simone on it for next summer's Olympics.
Yeah, the stars are certainly aligning for that, and it's just so great to see Simone back in competition after all the struggles she had, and it looks like she's got her groove back, clearly.
Certainly confident.
The devil isn't the only one wearing Prada. It is now the astronaut. Check out these new spacesuits. NASA awarded nearly $230 million to modernize its outfits. Axiom Space teamed up with fashion designer Prada to make it all happen. So this is a prototype of the suits. They'll be used on the 2025 Artemis 3 mission to the moon.
Bougie astronauts, huh? We are 2 days away now from the 2023 Mighty Give Back benefit concert at Red Hat Amphitheater. Jason Isbell and the 400 unit will headline this year's concert. It's being organized by Band Together to help people in the area find affordable housing. The show is Saturday from 6:30 to 8:30. Tickets are still available. You can get details at WRAL.com. Just search Band Together. WRAL and Fox 50 are proud sponsors.
Next at 5, breaking news in Durham, where police are investigating a shooting that killed a teenager. We have the latest from the scene.
Also, one of the Bidens is being kicked out of the White House. The latest run-in for four-legged commander. He has bitten at least 11 people.
And cold and flu season just around the corner. Now's the time to get prepared. Wake County is helping by offering walk-in clinics today in Raleigh. We'll tell you when and where just ahead at 5.